Hi, welcome Sagittarius to Rays of Hope, Rainbow Light Love and Healing Tarot. How are you? It's July 13th and we have the conjunction of Mars and Venus. We're going to talk about that a little bit while we're shuffling cards. But anyways, welcome back. Thank you for helping me support my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And those of you who have just arrived, I'm new as well. So check out my description box, tells you all I am. Tells you all I am, tells you who I am as a healer for many years. And as I was guided for the love of the tarot as growing up, I loved it. I've been guided to bring my work into the tarot. It's about love and healing. So please subscribe. Yes, you'll learn so much. Check out my description box. There's so many links there about self-help, everything you need to know about the energy field, chakras, because, you know, we're not just skin and bones, as I've said. So check it out. 30 free ebooks. It's all free. So here we go. So Mars and Venus in conjunction today in Cancer, right? So 2 years ago this happened, and so I have to let you know that this is a new beginning, an energetic awakening of twin flames contracts and soulmate contracts. So for those of you who you might meet someone if you're not in a relationship this week or in the next 2 weeks as this energy dissipates, but it's going to be here for a while. So know that that is a possibility. Also, those of you who are in a relationship, it could tickle you a little bit. If there's any imbalances in your relationship, it'll bring that up, okay? And for those of you who have, just maybe recently met someone or even ended a relationship, you're going to find a lot about the balance here that's needed in the male and female energies, which we all have. It's never about gender. Remember that. It's never about gender. It's all about energy here within us that we use to move through this three-dimensional plane. Because I don't like to put labels on anything, and energy is everywhere and everything. So, but in the three-dimensional plane, we give a reference point of how energy is working within us. And it's the yin and yang, not yang. I took Chinese medicine, so my professor always used to tell me, Hope, it's yang, not yang. And anyway, it's, Venus is about prosperity, love, beauty, creativity, nurturing. The Mars energy, it's the masculine, it's fire, it's about the warrior, it's about structure, it's about the rational mind, it's about organization, it's about creating, grounding, creations. So know that this is something that we all have within us, and when we're out of balance, well, we'll know when we have to bring it all back, okay? Because we don't want to be too yin, and we don't want to be too yang, right? Because that's very, those people are too young, but we want to have that balance of both. So no, it's not about gender. It's real energy within us and how the universe works. Because in the universe, it's about negative and positive, right? It depends on listen, just think of it as energy and balance, yin and yang, okay? That's how I perceive it anyway. But let's see where this energy, what is the activating energy here in this reading for you, okay? Let's see, Sagittarius, in the cycle of Mars and Venus conjunction, originality. So, is there an authentic self? Are you being true to who you are? Sagittarius, you're a wonderful, creative person. You have that adventure in you. You could be anything, anytime, and sometimes we have to kind of pull ourselves in and say, hey, who's the real person inside, right? I have a Sagittarius moon, so I know I'm like, I could do so many things in the spur of the moment. I love it. The frequency of the originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment. So this energy is activating you in a way that's going to bring you more originality in your life, more authentic energy of who you are in your creation. So let's see how it relates. This is very big and broad, originality is very big, but let's see how it relates to your relationship here. And then we're going to take the Lover's Path, Major Arcana, because the Major Arcana are high energy, cards. They're high energy symbols. They are higher consciousness, very spiritual. They were the first cards ever created for the tarot by the Egyptians. And they came from extraterrestrials, I believe. I read that in the Law of One. Check it out. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. This is going to give us a little idea of where you've been, where you are, What energies have you been working with and are around you about what you're manifesting, what you're doing deeply? Magic. I like that. Originality, magic. Yeah, so you're definitely using originality to bring more creations into your life. Magic. This is about Merlin and Vivian. You know about Merlin, right? And Vivian, they were both, he was a wizard and she was a beautiful witch, a Wicca. And so the magic, you're working with magic, Sagittarius. I love it. So let's see what you're manifesting and what you're bringing in. We're going to pull the oracle cards of the phases of love and see if it really, like I said, it may not match. It may not be part of what you're doing, but let's see. Spirit always talks in many ways, and until we pull out all the cards and it all makes sense, can't really do a reading on a broad subject like this with one card. But anyways, the oracles give us a deeper meaning to the readings as well. So let's see where Sagittarius is in the phase of love, in this magic and originality of creating something very, very unique. So let's see. It's a love. It's love and hate. You know how we love and hate at the same time, because I love you so much, but I hate when you do this, or I don't know. Maybe it's just about accepting who someone is, because without acceptance, you can never really learn anything, right? Because you have to accept something to be able to understand something. If we don't accept something, how will we know? How will we learn, right? I've learned that so much in my life, that I have to let things in so I can, use my perceptions and anticipate, what does it mean? What does it feel to me? So it says here, there isn't, I'm going to read it and I'm going to show you the picture, but it's a beautiful little energy of a couple. Okay. And it says here, there is an indecisive pattern in this relationship. Can't live with them and can't live without them. Okay. You can't live with them and you can't live without them. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Let me put this over here, because then we're going to put the Scarlet card there. Okay, so there's definitely a relationship here that is definitely very, very attractive. It can be original in its sense of being different, because there's so much reflection sometimes in a twin flame, or very close soulmates, because you're reflecting a lot about your own issues and processes, because that's why you came together. The contracts bring you into this lifetime, into this present moment, to experience and to learn. So know that this love, I can't live without you. I can't live with you, and I love you and I hate you at the same time, maybe, or I just can't live without you. It's really you can't live with them, and you can't live with. It's very funny. You can't live with them and you can't live without them, but that happens, right? And we can have those relationships forever. They're learning relationships, we learn from them. And so really, really look at the tools here that you have to manifest more original, how can I say this? It's different. Look at your relationship different than anything you've ever had before. I think that's what you have to, what I feel here is that look at this relationship as something different than you've ever experienced, and that you are learning things that you've never learned before, and you don't understand it. So, this manifestation of the magician, you have all the tools. You have all the tools to learn about this energy that is activating you in this original, it's very original. Your relationship is unique. Think of it that way. So let's see what the Scarlet energies are, which is sometimes a shadow or very intense. It's intimate. Okay, so it's very intimate. I'm going to show you the card as well. It's an intimate dating you're having with someone. You've manifested this relationship. You want it to have fun, and that's wonderful. That's how you get to know people. Take a chance, really, really open yourself to experiences that are different. This could be very, very different than what you're used to. And, maybe you need to really look at it further as something that's very unique to anything you've ever experienced. It's a unique relationship, so it can't be a carbon copy of anything that you've ever had. Okay, and look at 2 years ago. How were you in this conjunction, because that's when Venus and Mars are again in conjunction 2 years ago. That would be 2019. Where were you, and how does it relate to you now? How have you changed and shifted? So here we go with the Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Let's see what's going on here for you. In the earth plane, what do you need to surrender to? The challenges, what's in your inner star of the heart, your higher self message, your emotional body and your mental body. And then we have the wisdom, future self message, and an angel message always at the end of the reading, okay? So here we go. Let me put my little crystals. Okay, so where are we in this moment? Here we go. So there could be some mind games, maybe, in some control, a little manipulation. This is like the Five of Wands, so I could see how, but you have the tools, Sagittarius, to find the differences in this relationship that you never had. It's unique, it's different. It definitely is. You can't live with them, you can't live without them. You have to look at it as a really, really fun time now. Don't try to manipulate it. Don't try to force it to be something that it's not, okay? Let it be fun first. And what is your, what do you need to surrender to? The Wheel of Fortune, destined opportunities. So this could be a very, very big change in your life, this relationship. This would really, really bring you to full circle of learning, because the Wheel of Fortune comes when something from the past is ending and there's a new beginning here of something very, very positive that's going to happen to you. So surrender to this unique, something different. Learn from it, okay? It's unique and it's different, and no more. Don't try to control it to be something that it isn't. And what is your challenge? To go ahead. You may have some hesitancy about it. You may have like, oh, I don't know if I want to continue this. I'm not sure, but your challenge is to move ahead, to really, really immerse yourself in the unknown of anything, because how are you going to know if you don't take a step forward? If you have your most tangible tools are your feelings, and you have the tools, Sagittarius. The Magician is the energy around you. So you have the tools to discern, to contemplate, to create, to manifest. So the Wheel of Fortune is here saying surrender to the new beginning, to a new trend where the wheel turns. Stay in the center of the wheel, because you'll never be thrown out of the spiral. And charging ahead, this is your challenge, to move, to keep moving, move ahead. This could be just if you can't live with them, well, then just live with them when you can. When you want to date them, or you want to be with them, when you it doesn't have to be something solid right now. It could be just something that is just fun, okay? And we learn a lot when we have fun, and then it may go to the next phase of a relationship. We don't know, but you can't control it. If you're trying to find out if that's what it is, you're not going to know it until you follow the wheel. Let the wheel move, and take charge of this. So either you stay for the time, and when it feels right, take the time to be with that person, or if you don't want to, then but you're not going to, one relationship, one time is not going to be the only relationship in our life, right? We have to have variety until we know, you'll know. And what is in the emotional body? The Two of Swords. Wow. So there's a definite indecision, and that makes sense because of what's going on. You love being with them, but you also can't stand being with them. So only be with them when it's right for you, and learn about the uniqueness, the originality of this relationship, what it's teaching you. Every relationship teaches us. And what's in the mind? The Nine of Wands, worry, self-sabotage. You want to look at this as fun. It says right here, dating, intimate date. That's what it is. It's about having fun with someone. It doesn't need to be serious right away. No, and your mind is worried about it. Like, am I doing the right thing? You have all the tools here. From what I see here, you have all the tools to manifest whatever you want, and it's going to be different this time around. It's going to be different. And what is in the heart? Foundations, okay, and commitment. This is what you want. This is what's the problem is. You're not sure that this is something that you can be with if there's not a sign or a form of commitment. We never know what that is. We never know when that's going to be. And it's only when you trust the uniqueness of the energy that's here, this originality, you have the tools to discern what's right for you. And when you want to be with someone, don't just be with someone to see if that's, if this is going to be my commitment and foundation. No, you don't know. This is where intimacy is about sharing information. That's the greatest intimacy you can have with anyone. It's about sharing your feelings, your thoughts. And maybe that's where this relationship needs a little bit of attention in communication, a deep, decisive, communication about what it is, what's going on. Let's see what your higher self is guiding you to. Yeah, it says here, everything that you are learning right now that seems heavy to you is a burden. It may seem a burden to you, but you see the light bulb? It's about learning. You're definitely learning from these heavy situations. They're lessons. So your higher self is kind of saying, yeah, you need to learn about other parts of you. And in order to do that, you have to understand others. So no forcing a relationship, right? No forcing the energies that might make you feel that you're in the dark, I guess. Maybe you want to know what's going on, what's happening, what is this? Well, have a talk. It's time to talk. It's time to have those talks. So let's see here. For our Sagittarius, what is the wisdom and future self message? Wow, this is definitely a perfect match. It says, don't spend too much time in despair. Move through the emotions and release it. Exactly. You have to definitely discern what it is that you need to communicate to someone to make your understanding of what this relationship is, because it's fun. And if that's not exactly what you want and you love it, but you also don't know what it's going to be, well, that takes time. And that's the time to talk to have a deep talk with someone. Let's see what the angel message is for you, Sagittarius. In this love reading between Mars and Venus conjunction, what is the final message for our Sagittarius? Yeah, there's definitely a lot of questions here you have, but you have to go through the emotional process of it and be more open, not, in your mind, sabotaging. You could be sabotaging in a relationship that could be really fruitful, but because you're trying to control it and wanting results right away, it's not going to happen. So let's see, what is the angel message for you? You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. So there it is. There's the magical unicorn, which is what we started with, the magician. You have all the tools to have everything that you want, that you need. Let things go a little, have that wonderful talk, and know that things will change as you change, and let go of things that maybe are not exactly what you need to hold on to anymore. So I hope you enjoy this reading. Wishing you the best, Sagittarius. Take care. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.